Hi everyone, I'm Lindsay Nova. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to do a 30-minute intermediate aerial yoga flow focused on the splits. So go ahead, grab some blocks if you need them. We're going to start with some stretching using the hammock, and then we'll move on to some fun flows towards the end. So let's get started. Right, so we're going to start kneeling today. So go ahead and bring yourself behind the hammock. Just let the hammock be in front of you. Bring your hands down to your knees. You can do palms face down or palms face up, whatever feels best to you. Just drop the shoulders down the back, close your eyes. If kneeling is uncomfortable for you, just go ahead and come to any cross-legged seated position. And just take some nice big inhales and exhales, centering yourself for your practice. Just allow the tailbone to be heavy. Feel the breath flow through your body. And allow it to just calm you and allow your breath to flow with you as we move through different sequences and stretches today. Let's take 3 more nice deep breaths in and out. Good, and then slowly open your eyes as you're ready. And we're gonna reach the arms open nice and wide for a wrist wrap position. So bring the hands and circle them in front of the fabric. Point your fingers toward your third eye. Wrap your hands once around the fabric. And keeping the hips on the heels, we're just gonna lean forward and stretch into the shoulders a little bit here. And breathing in and breathing out, just getting a nice stretch. If you want a little sway side to side, feel free and take that. Good, and then from here, coming up, we're gonna kneel on the knees, coming to a more upright position. And press your feet down into the floor. And then again, melting heart, pushing the arms forward, sinking the chest down, and the tailbone points straight back in behind, inhaling and exhaling here. And then we'll take some cat-cows. So if you want to bend the elbows, inhale, arch and look up. Exhale, round, curling down. Breathing in to stretch. Exhale to curl. And take that about 3 more times. Feel that fluidity with your breath. Last one here, inhale and exhale. Rolling yourself up. You're going to bring your right leg forward into a low lunge and press your arms forward if you want to get that nice shoulder stretch. Squeeze the inner thighs to the midline of the body. 5, breathing 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now shift the hips back and flex the right foot, coming into Ardha Hanumanasana, half monkey pose, and just sinking the chest down towards the leg. Keep pulling the toes back and stretch through the calf. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rolling up through the spine, bring the right knee under the hip and the left leg comes forward. Low crescent lunge, keep the front knee stacked over the ankle and stretch here. Breathing in and breathing out. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Shifting the hips back, flex the foot, plug the leg into the hip socket, lean forward. 5, 4, breathing 3, 2, and 1. Slowly rolling up, bring the left knee back under. Now we have our first opportunity for a split. If you know you have your splits already, you can keep holding on to the fabric and you'll probably scoot your right foot off of the mat so that you can slide. But if you need blocks, go ahead and grab your blocks. You can place them under your hands or underneath of your hips. So I'm gonna take my right leg forward, bend into the leg, and then just start to inch my right foot so it comes off of the mat. And then I come into my split, and then I can even lean forward a little bit here. 1, Breathing 2, 3, 4, and 5. Shift over to the right side. Swing the legs around. Come back up to your kneeling position. Second side. Left leg forward, inch it forward off your mat. And then sliding into your second side. Breathing in, maybe leaning forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Leaning over to the left and swinging the legs around, coming back to your kneeling position. And just wiggle out your fingers for a moment. And then we'll come to standing. Step one foot up in the other, undo your wrists, roll your wrists out in one direction, and then go the other way. All right, let's do a little bit more stretching. So hold on to the sides of the hammock and go ahead and rock the hammock forward and back. And then we'll swing the right ankle into the fabric and open up the arms, square the hips. Inhale here, reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale and fold yourself down. And breathe here. Okay, now if you want to try a split here, you can bring your arms up. And then you just slide like you're sailing forward. Breathing in, breathing out. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming up. Now we're going to bend the legs. So go ahead and spread out your hammock. And we're gonna come into our floating pigeon pose just to stretch the hips out a little bit. So bend the knee out to the side. And then you can come down this way, holding on, or you can start to bring yourself forward like this. Bring your hands to your heart. And then we'll go for a little float, bending the left leg and rocking forward and back. And then you can bring your left hand to the left foot. Right arm reaches for the right pole, kicking back, breathing here, flying. 3, 2, and 1. And release the foot and come down to the mat. And change sides, take the right leg out. Hold on to either pole and swing. Left leg in, square the hips, inhale, arms up, and exhale, folding down, stretching into the hamstring here, breathing in and breathing out. Keep pulling the leg back. And then if you want, you can stay there, go into your split, reach your arms up, and slide forward and down. 5, breathing 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pulling yourself back up. And then you're gonna spread the fabric out for the pigeon pose. My fabric got a little folded there, so make sure it's not folded. Spread it out. Cover your whole thigh, foot to thigh, and lean forward, stretch the hip. Reach your arms through the center. Hands to your heart. And if you wanna float, bend your right knee back and then kick off. Bring your right hand to your right ankle. Left arm can reach up. Kick out into the hand. Breathing here. 3, 2, and 1. Coming down and release. And then take the leg all the way out. And then we'll take the fabric and just throw it behind us. Now go ahead and face the fabric. And again, you're gonna swing and place your left ankle in the fabric. Turn over your right shoulder so you bend the left leg. Reach your arms up to the sky. Inhale, and then exhale, come down. Bring your hands to the floor. Maybe hop your right foot forward and come into a lunge. You can also bring blocks underneath of your hands. Sway the left leg out a little bit. Breathing in and breathing out here. Okay, then we're gonna go for a twist. So bend your back leg, plant your left hand down, circle your right arm up, maybe reach it back for the fabric and sink down, twist here, breathe in, and then exhale, right hand down, option for split. Walk your hands back, and stretch here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bending back forward, plant your hands. Let's go flying plank. Take your right foot in. Let's take 4 tucks, knees to chest. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Left knee comes forward, and you're in your lunge on the other side. Sink down and sway out the leg. Breathing in, breathing out here. And then right hand under the shoulder, bend the right knee, circle the left arm up, and reach it back for the fabric. Sink the hips down and spiral the left shoulder back. Inhale and exhale here. And then release the hand. Option to go into your split and stretch here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, one more time, flying plank. Option for tucks, or you can take pikes. So we'll inhale, exhale, lift the hips over the head. 1, breathing 2, lifting 3, one more time, 4, squeeze, lift, 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 hold, press, 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 and release. One leg, other leg down, take hold of opposite elbows, shake it out a little bit, breathing in, breathing out here. And then take your time, roll yourself up, head comes up last. Inhaling and exhaling, just roll the shoulders out a little bit, shake out your legs, shake out your wrists. Now let's go ahead and stretch out our wrists. Going one way and then the other way. And then other hand, stretch, and other way. Good, now go like this with your fingers. Okay, really wake up your fingers and go out the other way. Good, shake it out, shake it out. Okay, we're gonna stand with the fabric behind us in the backpack position. Let's go serpent wrap, so arms to a T. Wrap once, wrap twice, and then hold on. Bring your feet underneath of you. Okay, we're gonna pull ourselves up. If you need a little hop, that's okay. Make sure you land softly or come up with bent knees, okay? So we're gonna inhale and try to bring the knees into the chest and then come back down. So we're gonna exhale, lift up, inhale, exhale, come up, and lower down. Inhale, exhale, come up, and lower down. Good. Now we're gonna try to stay up there and hold and take 4 knee tucks, okay? So really squeeze your belly, squeeze your shoulders, squeeze your arms. Inhale, and exhale, coming up and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Woo! Come down, release your arms, take your fabric in front of you, bring your hands in a prayer, and then stretch your shoulders forward. Inhaling and exhaling here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend your knees, slowly roll yourself up, and take the fabric back behind you. Okay, now we're gonna work on going into the ball shape and then stag or split the legs. If you're struggling with just lifting your body up and down off the floor, keep working on your pull-ups, okay? So you're gonna serpent wrap again, 1 and 2. Then you're gonna invert yourself. So hips go over the head, make an egg shape with your body, compress the knees into the chest. All right, from here, you can go pencil, legs to the ceiling, can stag, and you can try to stretch the legs open. This is really active flexibility. And then change legs, stag, and stretch. And then coming back in, pike, and come down, okay? So you can take your time with that sequence. If you need to watch the replay, you may just want to watch that and just take your time, maybe break it down a little bit more. Okay, just open and close the arms. Just give the shoulders a little rest here. I'm breathing in and breathing out. Okay, now we're gonna go into a move called the sailing splits. So you're gonna sit into one edge of your hammock here, all right? So you wanna stand underneath the plumb line, put your 2 thumbs in, other fingers out. You're gonna gather the fabric about 5 to 8 times, make sure it's not folded. Stand on your tippy toes and slide the fabric under your hips and over your thighs. And you're gonna take the back part of the fabric, and then you're gonna put it over top of your head like this, and take your feet inside. Okay, so this is just like a relaxing, restorative, floating forward fold. Take a couple of breaths here. And again, just release the hands because we're gonna keep using them. Whew. Okay, now I'm gonna take my head over to the left side. So now I have this sheet on the right side of my body. Okay, so I'm gonna do my right split first. So I'm gonna take my right hand forward and my left leg back like this and really tuck it into the fabric. Then I'm gonna grab both sides here and then I'm gonna pull myself up. So bend the knees, lift yourself up. Okay, so you're forward of the fabric and then reach your hands up. I know I'm kind of sideways right now, but you go into your splits here. And then you can come up, whoop. And then you can try to go the other way. And come up. And then you can bring your hands, change your grip so your elbows come forward. Bring your legs together. And then you can fly forward and back bend. And coming up. Okay. I'm gonna see if I can circle myself around a little bit more. Okay, so I'm just gonna step my left foot out. So I'm like this. Then I'm gonna sit back into it. So maybe you guys can see a little bit better. Okay, so left foot in, and then coming up. Nope, it just wants me to go to the side. All right, so to come out of it, what you're gonna do is sit back on the left leg into the pocket, and then slowly release and come out of all that fabric. Bring yourself down, take a couple moments, breathe. Okay, so let's take a inverted butterfly puppy pose stretch. So take your fabric to your lower back and bring it between your thumb and your index finger. Stick out your fingers so they don't get stuck. Okay, make sure you're under your plumb line. So don't lean back too far, move your feet because otherwise you're gonna swing a lot. You can always stop yourself from swinging by bringing your hands down. So it's important to know that your legs are gonna go wide, not through the center. So you lean back, bend your knees, lift your arms up, frog the legs open, straddle, and then bring your feet together. Some people like to hook, but I think it looks prettier to point the toes. Release your arms, hang out here. Now we're gonna walk forward and stretch to the shoulders. Inhale and exhale here. 3, 4, and 5. Walk your hands back under the shoulders. Okay, now we're gonna move into a hip key. So if you're not familiar with this, bring yourself up and watch for a moment. Okay, I'm gonna extend my left leg, and then I'm gonna bring my right knee over both fabrics. It's a little hard for me because my fabric is rigged really wide. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is make a big sit up, and then I'm gonna grab both poles of the fabric and hook it with my right knee. I'm gonna pull myself up and slide the fabric to my hip, and I can pose in a Peter Pan position. And then I'm gonna grab the fabric and bring my left hip over to the right. So now I'm in the hip key position. So it's like I'm wearing a seat belt here, okay? And then you're gonna hold back on, and then you can come down, bending the right knee to hook back on both fabrics. Release back to your inverted pigeon. And then let's try the other side. So left leg goes onto the fabric. You're gonna climb up, squeeze the knee onto the fabric, slide the fabric to your hips, and then right leg, so bottom leg comes up and over, Squeeze the belly. You can make a pretty shape here, crossing the legs. Breathing in and breathing out. To come down, hands back onto the fabric. Right knee comes down. Left knee bends over both poles of the fabric. Release. And then open and come down. Okay? Get a little stretch through the shoulders. Breathe in, breathe out. Okay, we're gonna add a split onto this. If this feels like too much for you, just stay with the hip key, okay? All right, so we're gonna start by crossing the right leg over. So we'll go back, cross the right leg over, grab for the fabric, and really hook the knee over both poles of the fabric. Walk yourself up, slide the fabric to the hip. Maybe you wanna pose. Bring your left hand onto the fabric. Left leg comes on top. Again, you can pose here in your hip key. Okay, now you're gonna hold on to the fabric and you're gonna bring your top left leg on the other side, like this, okay? And then you're gonna pike. Pike, pike, pike. It's gonna squeeze your legs like crazy. I'm gonna hold my right leg with my left hand and bring my right hand down. I can bend the back leg and come here and stretch, or I can take another way like this, or just hold on to the fabric, and then you're gonna bend the leg, come down, and let's try the other side. Okay, I'm a little twisted here. Unwind, do, do, do. Okay, let's even it out. Left leg crosses over. Walk yourself up, hip key over. Take a moment here. Okay, right leg is gonna come through. Okay, so you're piking over. Make sure the fabric stays really close to your hips. Okay, hold on to your left leg. Right leg goes back and down. Breathing in and breathing out. 3, 2, 1. Holding on to the fabric. Release. Left knee. Pigeon. Let it go. Whew. Okay, I'm gonna do the right side one more time. I just feel like it wasn't good enough. Take a moment, catch your breath. Woo. Okay, one more we go. Shadow back. Right leg crosses over. Climb up. And pose. And hip key over. Good. Okay, left leg is gonna come on top. So you just bring it through underneath the arm and then pike, pike, pike. Hold on to the right foot. Left leg goes back. Oh, I'm really spinning a lot. Good, you can arch the spine so you try to get more of that active flexibility. There we go, I think that's a better split. Good, and then coming off, release right knee. And coming down. Okay, let's just sit into chair pose for a moment. Let's let ourselves wind down from that. Rock it out. Let yourself sway a little bit. Roll out your wrists. Maybe you want to circle it around. Good, let's just come into a goddess and open up the thighs and lift your chest up away. Breathe in and breathe out here. Whew. Good. And slowly heel toe your feet together. Okay, let's come to lay down on the back. So I'm just gonna face this way so you can see what I'm doing. Lay down and bring your hips under the center loop. Lift your hips up, bring your feet into the hammock. Heels together, toes apart like Charlie Chaplin feet. Release your arms out. Just take a couple breaths on your back. And breathing in and breathing out here. Sway the legs side to side. Circle it around a little bit. Okay, now bring your arms by your sides. Lift your hips, use your hands to hold your hips, and keep your right toes hooked on. Bend your left knee into your chest, and then extend your left leg over to the right side. You can hold your foot. Left arm extends, look over the left shoulder. Breathe in and breathe out here. And spiral through your spine. And then slowly release, hands back to the hips. Left foot hooks on, right knee to chest. And take your right leg to the left side and right arm to the right side. You can look to the right. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Both feet back on. Lower your hips down. Rock it out side to side. Breathing in and breathing out here. Okay, now we're gonna just inch ourselves forward. Okay, so take little inchworms. Bring your hips closer toward the center loop. You're gonna lift your hips, use your hands for support. Bring your knees onto the center loop and then just release and sway your feet side to side. Breathing in, just let everything go. Breathing out. Good. And then slowly let your feet hook back on. Roll yourself down. Unwrap your feet from the hammock. Bend your knees into your chest. Rock side to side. Let's take happy baby. Hold on to your feet. Rock it out side to side, massage out your lower back. And then hug your knees into your chest. Roll over to one side. And then slowly press yourself up. Grab onto your hammock and come to standing. And then we'll just finish. If you want to take Shavasana, go ahead. And we'll just finish seated in the hammock. Bring your arms back and around. Bring your hands together at your heart. Let's take 3 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Just letting it go. Knowing that you can always come back to this material and revisit it. Bow your chin to your chest. Touch your fingers to your third eye. Acknowledge the wisdom that lies within. And allow yourself to follow that innate intelligence wherever it takes you in life. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me for today's aerial yoga class. Please don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell down below to be reminded of when I release new videos, and feel free to comment, like, and share so we can spread the word. I've got the Aerial Retreat Renaissance happening January 27th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time to teach you how to run your dream aerial or aerial yoga retreats anywhere around the world. Check out my website, lindsaynova.com, to find out where I'll be in 2023.